universities which are RNCP certified. I hope we are all on the same page at the moment. Okay. So when we talk about RNCP in France, I would like to upgrade your knowledge by telling you that every country has a white list. Now, a lot of people will ask me what a white list is, but white list ideally is um, a list of professions in the country for which they have a shortage of labor. For example, in say Australia, people today have a shortage of barbers. People today have a shortage of makeup artists, for example. Okay, just a second, please. Okay, so are you able to see me at the moment?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Okay. So now, having said that, when we talk about the details of the whitelist, these are the shortage of professionals in a particular country. Now, if a course program related to, a hairstylist or a makeup artist is referred to as a low-cost program in, say, Australia, then you will get a better job. You will get an easy visa, and then eventually you will be able to secure your position when the time comes for PR also, which means if you are in the category of shortage of labor, you will be in a safe zone when you travel to another country. So likewise is the case with France, and likewise is the case with the list of professions in the France, because of which we curate the white list for all respective countries. But in France, it is rather easier to identify that what sort of professions are we going to be getting admission for. And that is a proper list of certifications, skill-based certifications that are mentioned in the RNCP list, or the institutions which are providing RNCP certified programs. Now, a good part about France is that France is a part of the Schengen, which means that the visa that you're going to get is going to be a Schengen visa. And this will be a combined visa for 26 countries, which means just like you travel from Delhi to Bombay, or maybe Punjab to, say, Odisha, you may travel from one country to another, whosoever is a part of the Schengen. For example, in this case, you can travel from France to Germany without a proper visa, and also your travel becomes convenient because you get the Euro pass. Students get a Euro pass, so for train tickets, for all kind of travel, the travel becomes free. Now I have created a small structure of, I would say, um, sheet for you. So in this sheet you might as well see that I have talked about the gist of whatever is required right now. So if I can just show you very quickly, are you able to see my screen? So when I talk about this particular
Yes, ma'am,
section,
it's visible.
okay. So when I talk about this particular section out here, please understand, if you apply to France, and if you are into the University of France, now, you are doing a part-time work for whatever duration you are there. If you're there for a master's, you are doing it for 2 years. If you're there for a graduation, you're doing it for 3 years. Sometimes the course duration is like 2.7 years or maybe 3.5 years, depending upon the the course program and the internships that you might have to do. Now, what happens there is, if you have a 3 year of full-time work, please note, I'm talking about this particular row. If you have a full-time work experience of 3 years completely, which is under the minimum wage guideline of 11.5 euro as per the French government, matlab 12 euro say if you are taking more, in that case, you are eligible for application to a blue card. Once you apply for a blue card, you have a 10-year long work permit validity. And after 2.5 years, you could either you can apply for a green card if your minimum wage is above the minimum wage requisition of the French government. which is about you can say 3,500 euro, 35,000 euros to about 50,000 euros, depending upon each state and country. They have a different segment. We can share those details with you later on. But if you are above that mark of the minimum wage per annum and you are in the tax slab, then you can apply for the green card as well. Now, a lot of people ask me that, ma'am, if my green card is cancelled, what will happen in that case scenario? In that case scenario, you are going to be reapplying for your blue card, which will again revise itself for another 10 years, which means a green card or not, you are not coming back. You can extend your stay in France, and but that's a prerequisite that you do have a job. You're not sitting idle in France. So you can stay there forever, even without a green card. But green card is definitely important for buying houses, for starting a business, for doing startups and other things. So green card is definitely advisable. Now, when we come at the cost, a lot of students ask me that, the very bare minimum amount that we have is around 14 lakhs. Please note, this is only for calculation basis. We have calculated in INR, but the rates might change with respect to the, currency, fluctuations as well. Now, the travel cash you need while going to the airport is around 1 lakh. And the visa fee is definitely around 25,000, which is not refundable, obviously. Then the air ticket will be anywhere around 80,000, but we have put in like 1 lakh depending upon the, fluctuations. IELTS is about 20,000, which is definitely around 18 something, but then we put 20,000 just to round it off. First month expense that you will need when you reach there is going to be 1 lakh. Now, in the first month, your expense will be really, really high. It will be exorbitant. But at the same time, if you calculate your second and third month over there, you will become street smart and you will get to know that I can buy things pretty well. So in that case, by the time it is second and the third month, your expense is going to be reaching to about 45,000 per month. And that will be really convenient, even lower at times. Because please note, in France, if you're a student, then definitely you are given a concession or a government subsidy of about 30 to 50% on your rents. So that will become a convenient thing for you. At the same time, uh, we've calculated air ticket and first month expense, show money. So show money is not a block amount like you have in Germany. You have to block that amount in a separate account, which is redeemable by about 920 euros every month. Now that doesn't happen in France. In France, you just need to know that you have to tell their government, I have enough money to take care of myself in one long year, and also this could cover my medical expenses. So you have to show a liquid cash which is about 1 month to 3 months old, and that has to be about 8 lakhs. So this money you can technically borrow from others, or you can show it in your account and you can do other things as well. So what I've tried to explain you is a small calculation, because this calculation is going to help you so much. Because you will tell me the living cost is, ma'am, so expensive in Europe. It is so expensive to eat food in Europe. It is the income is too low. The hourly rates are so small. So the hourly rate is minimum 11.5 as per the recommendation of the French government itself. So if I say the hourly rate out here is about 12 euros, in week you can work about 20 to 25 hours depending upon your classes, and the average hours, if I consider, is about 30, because in the off season you can work 40 hours. Please take note, in off season you can work 40 hours. When your classes are on, you can work 20 hours, which makes the average about 30 hours. So we are calculating everything on the base of 30 hours per annum, because we are going to take out the schedule for the entire year. Now, a weekly income would be around 360 euros. A monthly income will be around 1440 euros if we calculate according to that structure, according to 8 hours or something. 20 hours per week, if we 30 hours a week if we calculate. So that makes your INR equivalent to about 1,52,000. Now imagine in the first 1 month, if you're overspending, everything is expensive, you have to pay a security of your rent also. So everything is too expensive. You're not going beyond the expense of rupees 1 lakh. You are still saving 52,000 rupees. Now coming back to the second month and the third month, in that case, easily every month you can save about 1 lakh rupees. So whatever loan your parents took to show your show money here, my dear friends, that can be conveniently covered in 1 year of your entire working journey. So if you see, if you just try to see that in the first month, we are even calculating your expense to be about 1 lakh. I have calculated on this Excel tops 75,000, but still I'm going beyond that to tell you that it might be 1 lakh also. So in that case, uh, your expense will definitely fall to about 45,000, because you will definitely try to see, okay, this is the store I'm getting cheaper grocery from, this is the store I'm getting good food, these are the places I can travel conveniently, I'll find a friend who can stay with me, and other things. So accommodation is marginalized, travel is marginalized, food is also marginalized. If you take raw food and try to cook it in your dorm or room or whatever house you have rented out. So students are definitely given a lot of privilege in Europe. So as it is, when the expenses are subsidized, your savings become higher. So Europe, that is one major reason that Europe becomes a very good destination for the children and the aspirants, because eventually the medical expenses are also very cheap. So I would recommend that people who think that Europe is really, really expensive, they should check this out. They can take a screenshot of this page if they want. But at the same time, this is the student TRC, the visa that you go on, is only because of that you are marginalized on rent and travel. So I hope we are all on the same page right now, up till now. You can ask me questions by any chance if you are a little confused regarding the concept. Right. So moving ahead, we are going to be talking about the offers today. So in the offers, first of all, Merry Christmas to all our viewers. And France is one good destination. If you would like to go to Europe, more than US also, I'd say Europe is one beautiful destination, which is definitely clean. And because of the European Union laws, people like to keep their houses very clean. They like to go back home in time. They don't like to overwork because they have seen a lot of wars in the past. So this time of the year, they are totally loosed. They don't try to respond to emails very quickly. So for Europe, we advise all of you to be pretty much in time when you apply, because you receive your replies pretty late, and if it is beyond Friday, you won't get your response until it is a Monday or a Tuesday. So with due respect to their system, as we respect their dedication towards their personal hours, I think I would recommend you to apply very much in time. Now, so today's webinar offers that we are actually going to offer you, the actual prices for our application services to 3 universities is 3,000. Application to 5 universities, 5,000. It's like a package, because sometimes we do know that, the selection of a particular, file may not come in the application of about 3 universities. So we proceed to the 5 university application package. But majorly, it is entirely up to the student to decide, the aspirant to decide. So we are quoting that price of application to 3 universities in 1,590 rupees only. And we have slashed the prices from 3,000 to 1,590. For application to 5 universities, we are going to give a price of 1,900 instead of 5,000. So this does not exist, and this is actually what exists now. The applications to globally ranked universities, may I tell you and remind you, I'm talking about the Ivy League universities that you can see out here. This is the university, top QS and Ivy League. If you're interested in applying for these universities, the uh, positioning of per university, we are quoting a package, which we quote a package of rupees 1 lakh. We are quoting the webinar offer per university to be 5,000 per application. And if you want an SOP alone, because sometimes a lot of students have their application ready, their offers ready, in such a case, we are going to be having the Ivy level SOP reviews. And these are 2 revisions on a single SOP, which is otherwise 20,000. But for webinar and webinar alone, we are quoting it for 10,000 rupees. I would now like to open the house for the Q&A. Any questions that we might have?
You guys can pin the questions on the chat
Yeah, you keep
because
chat.
like
You can ask the private chat box person.
Ma'am, Bhuya is asking what is the basic admission requirement
Admission
for
requirement is a very good question. I am so sorry that we have not highlighted it, but definitely Somi ma'am has covered it to pretty much a lot of extent. But I would like to quickly jump to that website, sorry, that slide, wherein she has talked about the eligibility. Oh, where is the eligibility?
Ma'am, I'm just checking the questions. So
So,
if you speak about the eligibility, you should at least have a 55%. I guess
yes,
that's
I would like
sounds
to take
right.
that answer, Swami, from here.
Sure, ma'am.
So percentage is like 55%. And apart from 55%, there are other things that are really important for the admission. So please note, in Europe, these people are pretty much interested in art forms. Now, for example, there is an interview being conducted. Now, there are so many types of interviews that happen there. Now, your question is, what is my eligibility? I'll talk about that first, then I'll talk about how to crack those. Now, the first question was, what is my eligibility? You will definitely need IELTS if there is a long-term program. And this program is related to anywhere between management and what do you call finance, and also in technical field of technical education and design. Now, it can be you can like have the redemption in that case. This can be this requirement can be relaxed if you have an MOI in of English, which is medium of instruction was English in my 11th and 12th, and it was also in graduation, and my percentage is above 80% in that. So in that case, it is naturally waived off from these institutions also. So, like in the UK, you definitely have to OP your IELTS, you have to go for 6.5, scores and other things. But such a thing will not happen in France. They're pretty much relaxed and eased out. They need you to understand a good English and understand the concept, because of which, in the requirement, interview comes into the picture. I'm sure you're trying to understand what I'm saying. So, when interview comes into the picture in that way, you are going to be appearing for an interview for which you have to pay an application fee once your offer is shortlisted and you receive an email. Once that fee is paid, post that you will have to appear for the interview. Now, this interview can be, anywhere between 20 minutes to about 45 minutes or even 1 hour, depending upon how interested is the admission advisor or the department head of that respective university to speak to you. So, in such cases, there are video interviews, there are video portfolios, as well as there are in-person interviews also that France conducts. Now, don't get scared. Not everything is happening by going to France. That will not happen. But in courses like dance, performing arts, in school of acting and other performing arts like public performances, private performances, musical theater. In such courses, you do require even an in-presence interview by going all the way to France. So that is also a case. But these are extreme cases. In a normal course program like management, like basic design arts, technical programs, you will be getting an online interview schedule which you have to follow. And your basic questions are going to be why you want to come to France, what is your SOP, everything that has to be designed and guidelined around the SOP alone. Whatever you've written in your SOP, that is what is going to be connected with your interview process. Are you getting my point? Right? So whatever you've written in your particular SOP will be the point of discussion between you and your interviewer, right? So that I think I've covered both aspects of your eligibility as well as your how do you go about the particular process. But there is also one case, the interview can also be redeemed. It can also be given up if the admission advisor decides on your profile that okay, fine, this child is like perfect for my institution, I totally want this guy, without an interview, your interview will be relaxed and then you will directly get an offer, and you will also get your scholarships. Also, since not anybody has asked me right now, but I would like to cover scholarships as well, since we have already started the conversation around it. So scholarships are definitely available. Again, scholarships are university scholarship depending upon your merit. These are merit-based scholarship. The other is foundational scholarship, which is by the conglomerates or the big investors or financial houses which try to fund your education to the top 10 bright people, or maybe top 5 bright people, depending on their policy or how they are trying to fund your education. Third is the government scholarship. For government scholarship, you really need to be eligible. So if you're like a very good student, we can check your profile that what all scholarships are you eligible for. We have a very quick test around that, so we can do that. So nothing to worry about. You can share your profile with us, all your documents. We will assess wherever you are eligible for a scholarship. Okay, so the next webinar is Germany. And I would like to also show you a very quick thing today in this session. Meanwhile, you can ask me your other questions, but I would like to show you something. Today, we are going to share you the resources. Please note, what are the resources? Resources is that a lot of people don't know what is the QS ranking, what is the world ranking, and what is the Times Higher Education ranking. So when we observe that, okay, this is the institution ma'am has listed for us, or maybe any agent has listed for you, but what is the ranking? How am I going to be getting a job in the future? You will have that, thing in your mind. You will get to know if the institution is authentic, because sometimes we will give you institutions which you have not even heard of. Now, what will you do in that case? In such a case, you are going to be looking at these websites which we are going to share you today, so that everything is clear from an agent's side towards the client. Now, this is a QS World ranking that we usually have. We are sharing these links with you. You can still check them out for your own. Uh, Now, this is the website on the basis of their education, their departments, their facility, and whatnot. You have a bifurcation on rankings. So, this is the page that you get your rankings: University World, University rankings by subject, by region, by cities, by masters. For masters, what is the best institution? For bachelors, what is the best institution? How good are the rankings based on the internships? How soon the students get picked up for their jobs, for their placements, their rating systems, everything, depending on around everything is available on this website. Coming back to the THE World rankings again, this is if you can see my screen, this is again the same thing as QS rankings, but their I would say their rankings are different. Uh, they decide on the different kind of categories that the institutions have to follow on the basis of subjects, to be more specific. But yes, they are by and large the same as QS. So these are the top-notch ranking systems in the world. And if we again get back to the comparison sheet, now the comparison sheet is a small sheet that we have created. This just a second. Now this is a comparison sheet that we have created. You can check New Zealand is like how much earnings you do. If you talk about France, if you can see row number 7. So your average cost of education is about 25 lakhs for the whole program. In the earning is like part-time is like 8 lakhs, and if you talk about net education cost is like 17 lakhs. 20 hours you can work, and the best advice is to work for RNCP certified master's program only. Okay, so this comparison sheet we are offering you free of cost, which is a detailed research that we at our company do to provide ease in counseling the students that directly come to us. So this is for our counseling team, but we are gladly sharing this with you as a Christmas gift. You can work around this as well. In case you want to receive the details, you can quickly fill up a form which is shared on the screen right now for a very quick inquiry. And this way, we will immediately send your these resources via WhatsApp very quickly to you. Please make sure that if you need to enroll with us, we can definitely give you a Christmas discount on all of these applications. 1,500, we buy a pizza for 1,200 or 1,300 out here in Delhi, India. So people who have also joined in from Indonesia, also East of Asia, they can also be gladly looking at the pricing. We will be sharing a link with you if you're interested in the webinar offer. All right. Are there any questions that we might have, Madam Somi, which you can see on the screen that I might not?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, there is one student who is asking that if she applies for bachelor's, will she be getting a PSW?
If she applies for bachelor's,
Yeah,
okay, so I think Somi, you can take that answer since I've
yeah,
explained a
sure.
bit on it.
So, Shreya, if you apply for the bachelor's, the France doesn't give any post-study work for bachelor students. That is only applied for master's if you plan for the master's. And secondly, yes, you can definitely work for part-time, but you can't apply for the PSW. Like they will be not giving you 2 years or 1 year PSW with your study period. It's only applied for the master students, but with RNCP certified at as we have already said.
But
Ah,
if he or she gets an NOC from the organization and he or she, after completing the bachelor's, has found a job in France, in that case, what can be the scenario, ma'am? Yeah, Madam Somi, was I audible?
Sorry, ma'am, can you please repeat the question once again?
No, so I'm trying to say in such a case, what will happen that if the student has completed the graduation and after that he or she has found a job on his own, on
Okay.
his or her own self. So in that case, what will happen? Will he get an extension in work permit if he has already found a
Uh,
job in France?
yes, she will be getting a work permit visa if she's already got a work from her end, because like then her visa will be converted for the work visa, not a like PSW which is come with the master's program.
All right, understood. No, great. So the answer is also there that if at all after completing a graduation, if you have applied for a job and you got the job, and if you're doing well at the job, even before you complete or get your certification completely, in that case, you will get a work permit, not exactly a post-study work visa. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions that we might have for the day?
I guess that I'm not getting any other questions from the students. If you do have, please send me over a chat.
Okay. Okay. Okay, backlogs is a very good question. Are backlogs accepted? Yes. So we have a question for backlogs. Please note, limited backlogs, which is up to 5 to 10 in number, may be accepted in France if the course is completed in the given duration. Like, if in Delhi University, the course program is 3 years, and you're applying for a master's program in France, and in those 3 years, if you get a re-exam, you have completed in the 3 years tenure itself, or maybe 3.5 years, if depending on the date of exam. If you have prolonged it for 6 years, you have not appeared your exam, then you seem to be a little careless about your education, and therefore that becomes a problem. Not maybe in the application to the university, but definitely a huge problem during the visa. Please note, visa success chances are limited in France, but they are also very bright if all your education points are perfectly in place, your funds are perfectly in place, your application papers for visa are perfectly in place. So Shenigan, I would recommend that you have to take the success to be with a pinch of spice, because today Shenigan visa is not easy, because there's so many perks they're giving you for the lifetime, so they've made your visa policy very stringent, but not exactly impossible. If you follow all the steps, is very easy. Is a 3 year bachelor's program? Okay, 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 fine. I think that is answered. Basic entry requirements, we've covered that. Okay. Any other questions that we might have for the day before we call it a day? I hope we are okay with the offers that are visible on the screen. Please do connect us. We are waiting another 30 seconds before we wind up the webinar. Okay, so thank you everyone for your time. It was really a very good experience that we've had with you. Your questions have not only enlightened everybody, but also given us a lot of content for the webinar. We have offered these schemes for the benefit of the people who really need to check if their eligibility is right, if everything is going, well in their place. So we have opened this offer only for those students who are really, really excited and don't want to spend something extra other than 5 or 6,000 rupees just to check their eligibility. I think you can use this opportunity to even check what universities are accepting you, and later on you can decide on the funds as well. Please note that we are also providing our services in loan, in coaching, and we do help you in language coaching as well as the loans process. So please come ahead. We are going to share your form. You can check your eligibility via that form. Thank you so much for your time. I think, Madam Swami, you're also okay with the
Ma'am,
meeting to end, right?
sorry, I guess that Pankaj Ji did ask one question that his daughter wants to pursue fashion design courses in France and which universities would be best for her.
Okay, so I think there are three industries which are the top-notch industries in France, which is
She
design
wants to go for product design.
for product design, which is a footwear design or something like that, or technical design.
May I know, sir, if it's a technical or yeah, it's a technical.
Okay, so what we can best do is, so you are at the right place. France is going to be the best option for that. And France will have more opportunities in terms of jobs as well, if we talk about the opportunity for institutions as well. So Somi can really filter out because she has access to the research platform. Somi, if you can quickly find a few names for fashion, for product design in case of, uh, Pankaj's daughter.
Uh,
Also,
Pumpkin, sir, I would be requiring an exact idea for your daughter's profile, but if I speak on a general way, then we can, target Schema and Neoma.
yes.
These two universities are very good for the France and they're affordable also. Plus, most of the students do go for these universities as they offer very lucrative programs in the designing, specifically for the product and the footwear that you asked for.
Yes, and at the same time, I'd like to add to the same thing that if we are, you know, looking for footwear, okay, so is it footwear designing or is it like product
Yes,
design?
ma'am, it's a footwear design.
I told you because France is the place which is excellent for footwear designing itself. Yes. You don't find such programs in India. So if even if you find programs in India, the placement structure is very unorganized. So, people in India are manufacturing and creating their own startups for footwear design after being educated over there, and they are trying to create that system now in India, which is true. There are institutions which are offering such programs, especially UPS with new upcoming programs. But still, it is not the it thing in India at the moment. My recommendation immediately would be that please, without thinking, one, you may go to Italy. Italy is like the best for footwear design. You might get a very quick job over there also. But if we talk about economy and salary scale, that is way, way better in Germany as well as France. Now, I'm also coming to one single advice for you whenever you're going for footwear design, which means you're going to be a global person working for various organizations. So you may learn the language of the native country where your destination country where you're going to study, but I will recommend going for programs only and only in English, because you never know that eventually after studying in Germany you're getting a job in US, and after studying, your concepts are so clear. So it is a part of us, it is a semi engineering kind of a program which is mixed in technology and design and art. So I will definitely recommend you to go for an English based program. Go to France or Germany, either of the two places, if you want to reduce your cost. And at the same time, you'll find enormous job opportunities over there. UK, I would have recommended, but the fees is going to be so high. And, there's being a lot of competition in case of hiring. So if you want सब कुछ आसान, simple, good, but yes, एक छोटा सा risk on Schengen visa you have to take. For that, I need to know you don't have any backlogs, you don't have any police records, you don't have your parents have a property of their own, you are a legal heir to a property, your parents have a minimum funding of about 8 to 12 lakh in their accounts, which is in liquid form. You should have your medical insurance, a floating family insurance of about 10 to 12 odd lakhs, which is again a rakam of a particular amount of 12 lakhs, which is the living cost. So all these parameters I'm suggesting, I don't know what you have, but this is like as an advisor, I'm telling you upfront, these are the things we'll be looking for in your profile. So you can do one thing, sir. We are not going to charge anything. All the meetings with us are free. All the sessions for discussion of the programs, even one shortlisting, we also give you free of cost. We are not going to charge anything. Only if you like our services, you think whatever we are going to do with you or with your daughter's profile is going to be worth it, only then we go for a package, and that package is going to be about 3,000 for 3 universities if you're a part of the webinar. So you can take your time to decide, but at the same time, try to share her documents with us with so that we can actually shortlist something. We can see whatever she's good at, and we'll be giving you a detailed form with 30 questions. You answer all of that form, and that will be good enough for us to decide what all things are going to be there. Fashion designing, do we have? Yes. So fashion designing is a part of footwear designing, although footwear is now a different kind of designing, which is other than fashion design. But yes, both of these designing, garment designing and footwear designing, these are a part of fashion design only. Yes. So both are the best in Germany, and my recommendation would be that if you ever go to you happen to know something more in detail about the fashion shows, please do try to check on websites and social media. You will find more number of fashion shows in Germany and France more than Italy entirely has. So that is one place. Also, the companies and establishment, and I would say the native garment factories towards the south of Stuttgart, these are all based out of Germany, or maybe in France, if we talk about, these are all in the suburbs. But yes, these are good places to study design because they have a big history of designing shoes, and they have curated this as a subject for the past 100 years. And that is why they nurtured it as a detailed subject altogether. That is why these places are the best to study footwear design, and not even expensive. Just like you have gharanas in India, like a family of shoemakers are going to be shoemakers, a family of say goldsmiths are going to be goldsmiths, a family of say because earlier there was no such technology to transfer information or maybe write books or something like that. No papers used to be available in the ancient times, so these gharanas became a system of carrying forward the art, and that is what happens in footwear design in France and Germany. So it's like the best location. If you can afford it, you should go there without a second thought. How much time should required for profile building? We have to see your profile. If you are like everywhere, you have done your social CSRs, you have done your government internships, you've written a journal, everything has happened, so we don't need to do anything. But if you're not done such things, we will be constantly advising you on doing these things, completing these steps, and only then we'll be able to give you a better profile advice. So it's only after you fill the detailed form of advic inquiry will you be able to get a shortlist and suggestion and guidance from us. Where can I get coaching for IELTS and language? We do provide an online coaching, but it depends upon your location. How, if you discuss with us, we can suggest you other options and destinations where you can go for your IELTS program. But ideally, if you have done your 11th and 12th in English, then you don't need that big rocket science. You just need to know how and what is the structure of examination. So even if you buy a portal worth 5,000, 6,000 rupees, that is good enough. But if you don't have the hang of the language, in that case, I will advise that you take coaching, because IELTS is not the examination of expertise or grip on command on the language. It is about the technique of writing the examination. How to answer the examination is a technique. It's a crash course. So I might know best of the English in the world, but I might not be able to be in a situation to address all of my ideas in a simple English without fumbling or without stammering. So that is like the art of cracking the exam. Cracking IELTS is an art. It is not about knowledge. People with pathetic English, if they are having that command over the examination and the pattern, it's about the pattern of the examination. You just need to crack it somehow. E-material, recorded lecture, and live lessons. Yes, everything is available. Everything is available. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Any other questions? Pankaj, you can take a personalized counseling with your daughter's presence, and we can address that completely. That won't be an issue. But first, you will have to fill a form. We will have to be ready with whatever we can do with your profile. What all things are ready, what all need to be what all need to be worked on. We can give you a quick gist on that once you fill that form. Anybody other than Pankaj also who would like to seek a detailed counseling session, which is definitely free of cost. We have a belief system, we have a policy. We do not charge until you like our service and try to book it with us. We don't charge anything. All video sessions are free. We give 3 video sessions free of cost, but usually not more than one is required. What about Dubai design courses? Yes. Okay. So Dubai design courses are pathway program also, which are available. You have Dubai programs, but in Dubai, there you have to see that there's a different kind of fashion. So it is not a global fashion, I'd say. But yes, it is the fashion hub for people from Europe and UK who are trying to come to settle in Dubai now. In Dubai near DKP, which is Knowledge Park, there is a big setup of the foreign universities which have opened campuses in Dubai itself. So these places run design courses, and the major conglomerates in terms of architectural design, in terms of finance, basic management, and fashion. These people have their manufacturing units in Sharjah, because of which their corporate office is in Dubai. So Dubai again will be my out of the top two destinations. If you say in terms of cost, I think France and Dubai, I would say Dubai is still better than France in terms of cost. But if in terms of other things also overall, if you want to see, then definitely I would go with these three countries. France to begin with, Germany, and then Dubai also. But in Dubai, you have to make sure that there is no show money. That's also easy visa, very easy visa. So what we can do for you, Pankaj, is we can try application to 2 universities of your choice in France. We can see how the visa is going to work. And meanwhile, we can start deciding in Dubai also. Because Dubai visa is very easy. So easy. If everything is perfect, there's no show money, just need to put your fee on and you're good to go. Your visa is it takes about 15 to 20 days, but usually we've seen a better success rate in the number of days in terms of that turnaround time. Okay. Any other questions that we might have? Okay, online courses. These are all online programs that we give out for personalized course programs. You should check. Okay, for Dubai, there are of on-campus course programs I'm talking about. So Dubai has just like Indian courses, which is online programs and on-campus programs. I am right now giving you the suggestion of on-campus programs. I'm not talking about the online programs. That is an H&D. When can I have a personal counseling session? You will have to schedule that, sir. If you fill up that form, I think Dipti from the backend is going to be sharing a Google form, which is advocate inquiry form. Please ask your daughter to fill that completely, and you help her out with all the details in that, whatever is required by a parent. And once you fill that, you can, check your slots available, and you can discuss it on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp numbers are basically highlighted in the same presentation, but if you can share your contact details, we can do that. We can also have, we can also have, we can share. Can you see my screen at the moment, please? We have our WhatsApp number reflecting on the screen right now. You can use this contact number on WhatsApp, or another way is to contact us here. So these are the contact details that we have for ourselves. I hope you're able to place this well. Okay, right. So any other questions that we might have? Okay, Pankaji, so we have your contact details with us. Our office is in Connaught Place, CP, New Delhi. Um, if at all you would like to visit us, that'll be also great. Okay. Uh, Somi, any other questions that we might have?
No, ma'am, we don't have any other question.
Okay, okay, sir. So Pankaj ji, you are in where are you? You are in Delhi or where? Okay, fine. We'll connect you on WhatsApp so that we can have a more personalized chat, and we'll share you the form also. That way, you will be more intrigued with whatever we've got. Okay, you're in Pune. Great, great. We travel to Pune for events. So whenever we are traveling to Pune, we'll make sure that we can see you for a meeting room at one of the staying locations that we have. Great. So whenever we are having an event in Pune, we'll make sure that we meet for the Pune event. All right. So we'll put up, we'll call it a day. I don't think we have any other questions. Thank you so much. Pankaj, we are going to connect you back. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Somi ma'am, for being so kindly addressing to our students. Thank you all. Thank you for your time. Next webinar is on Germany and stay in low budget. We can talk about that more in detail. Thank you, everyone.